Hi everyone, so today we'll be continuing on with the Spellbinders 13 Days of Craft-O-Ween Advent Calendar. Today is day 7, yes, and we've already done backgrounds and cute things from days 1 to 4, and then I did another set of backgrounds all at once for days basically 5 through 5, 6, 7, through 8, right? And so here they are, day 1, day 2, day 3, and day 4 all have a very similar feel because of the background we made all at once. And then days 5 and 6. So today, day 7, I have a couple more backgrounds ready to go that we made all at once. And I'll link the videos originally, like the ones that I did the backgrounds in the description box. I will say these items were sent free of charge for my review. Of course, all opinions are my own, and the links I'll have in the description box for the US and the UK will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission for your purchase items to those links. So thank you for using them. If you have any coupons or any of those things, you can still use them. Even if you use the links, the pricing is exactly the same as if it were on sale, then it's still going to be on sale. And if it was full price, it's going to be full price. If you have a coupon, you can still use your coupon, all that good stuff, right? So the link is just an easy way to get there and credit the person that sent you over. So, but again, everything's the same. I will grab day 7. So let's check this out. And super cute packaging. All except for day 1 have gone back into the plastic packaging. I don't know what I did with it for day 1, but I do not have it. So let's check out day 7. Oh, how cute. Yes, so it's a little pile of like books with some melted candles there. And again, you can mix and match, your characters and the things, everything you have going. Maybe instead of the calendars, instead of the candles, maybe you put like the little witchy poo hat on top of the books. That'd be really cute. I mean, lots of ways to play with this. And it comes with the word spellbound, and then the stamp that they paired it with is magic and mischief await. All right. So we're just gonna hop to it. Let me go ahead and make the card background first. I haven't made a card in landscape mode yet. Maybe this is the one for it because of the height of it, it'll take my voice. Excuse me. So maybe because of the height of this, it'll take up more space this way than if it was to go this way, So let's do that. I did put my circle kind of like a center point, but I mean, you can kind of look at them like this one's a little bit more off, a little bit different. Maybe the book's going on here, or however. So I'll probably use this one. Just gonna make a card base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then this guy I'll trim down to 4 1/8 by 5 3/8 because that's the kind of measurement I like, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have my card base ready to go. And as I was looking at this, I do love, like, this one has little candles, so they look like little candlelight. I mean, I love this, so I think it's going to pair together really well. And then just kind of paying attention to how I want it to look. Do I want it here? And my little books are kind of in the center. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it this way. Okay. Just letting the paper speak to me, like what direction it wants to be in, what would be better. And, this one already has its little word spellbound. I mean, if you don't want to put in a sentiment or maybe put the sentiment on the inside, you can definitely do that. Let's see here. Okay, and generally I put something heavy on top once I know it's holding on. If you put some glue and then, you just put it down and then put something heavy on top, it might shift. So I always just make sure it's really grabbing where I want it to be, and then I'll put some weight on top and leave that for a few seconds. Okay. So obviously your books, whatever colors you would like them to be, I would say maybe the paper, maybe you want a craft card, or maybe you want white paper that you're going to ink up to make it look a little bit old. Something like that, which I'm thinking is what I should do. So let me grab this. So these pieces are going to be white. So whatever color you want for your books, if you want them to be the same or 2 different colors, right? So we have those. I'll run that through some white paper. Before I do that, we'll have some fun with that. The candles, again, maybe like a creamy ivory color, or maybe just white or whatever. Black candles. Ooh, that'd be fun. Ooh, let's do black candles. Okay. It's giving me a, what's that? Hocus Pocus kind of vibe. And let's see. We have the wicks. So this is the background piece. That's really all you're going to want it for is the little wick that's sticking up. So run that through whatever wick color you want. All right. And then the flames, I would say orange and yellow just to be really cute. Or if you want to, like, it's burning really hot, I guess that'd be like blues and purples and whatever orange yellow kind of mix you want to do. So I'll probably run that through orange and then again through yellow. And then these little pieces are like the the spine of the one book, and then like it looks like there's a little book marker in there, you know, like a little ribbon. So whatever one color or two colors you want to run that through. I haven't really given it much thought, so I do like purple. Let's do a one book black. This one, the one that's gonna be at the base, right? Seems like it's this one. And then this guy that has the spine showing, let's do that one through a purple, just because I like the color purple. And then the side pieces that are, you know, gonna look cute there, let's do that like gold, just for having something fun, something different, okay? Again, this I'll do probably like an ivory kind of color. And this guy, actually, let me see if I have white cardstock right next to me here. I always do, but like a little scrap. It's a full card base, but you know what? I'll probably have to cut into it anyway. So what I want to do for that one is just make like a little messy, light brownish, kind of inky area. And then I'll just run that dye through. And I don't want it to be too much, so just like a little bit. Now you can do it afterwards, you know. And I probably should have just done it up here somewhere where I can preserve the paper a little bit. But just to give it a little like old kind of tinge to it. I know it's hard to see it in the camera, but in real life I can see that. And I'll run that through right there. Right? So the papers have a little age to them. And then the word spellbound. So that's interesting, because I said I was going to use gold accents here. I would like this to be gold too. Maybe another pretty color. I don't know. We'll run that through something pretty. Something metallic, probably. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, let's get a little bit closer here. And this guy's running through like a champagne-y kind of color. I thought that was really pretty. Look how cool that looks. Okay, we have that. We have the inside of our books. Again, it almost looks just like a creamy colored, but if you really look, you can see the little like distressed look of what's going on there. We have our extra book pieces here. Okay, let's get some of these things going. The candle could have been like glitter. That'd be really lovely. You know, it doesn't have to be just plain black. Just to give a little extra to your design. Okay, so you have this guy. And it definitely has an area where, you know, the pages go. So I'm just going to put that in there and get our little accent bit. There. Quick and easy with all that detail. Looks really pretty. And then we have a purple book, because I thought that would be pretty. Okay, there goes something. Okay, purple book. Oh, this one again has the pages like right in here. And let's see. There we go. And our candle wicks. I guess we could finish up the purple book before we get to the candle wicks, but that's, well, let's go ahead and do that. Just jump from one to the other. So the purple book has the cute like binding, and then I suppose this little guy just looks like it's coming out of the book wherever it is you want to place it. You can always refer back to the image there, and they have it kind of, I guess you could also kind of give it a little bend if you want. But they have it kind of coming out of like this end piece here. Like down here somewhere. And then this guy goes on there. I did use a shiny gold, but if you want to like have like a matte gold, it'll look more like distressed, a little older. So you have that. And then we have these two guys. All right. So I think I'll put the red for the background. Like the whole thing is red and then outline with the orange. I don't spend a ton of time looking at flames or little images of them. And I always forget if, you know, the darker colors are in the center with the lighter being on the outside. But there's a red one. Red one. And then these little guys go around the outside. Actually, so I'm using it this way because I think that I like this look, but you also have the center that falls out of this one. So if you like that better, you can just pop the center in the middle, you know, whatever it is you want. So this one looks like this, right? But if you wanted to not use that outer piece and just use this little center piece, you could pop that down in there and it'll look more like this. So it's just a different look, right? Oh, sorry. So whatever it is that you want to do with that guy, I shall put the glue on this time, just around the very edge. As best I can. That was probably worse than what I did before. Should have just put the color on the one. There you go. I will say the images, I use the outer edge because I think that's cute, but the images do show it being just like that little guy down in the bottom there. Okay, so those are my wicks. So let's bring this guy back out. And a little glue on that little circle area. And then maybe I pick them up, maybe I just eyeball where that goes, like right here. They are delicate, I will say that wick. Cute. And every little bit of detail just adds so much. And then this guy here. Very cool. Cute. Is that everything? Okay, that's everything. I'm going to clean up before we start putting this together. Okay guys, so we have our pieces. Let me look at Magic and Mischief Await. That's what they had on there. It's this one. I was gonna say I have a big black splotch right here and I wasn't sure if it was gonna be in the way, but I think it's gonna be okay. So let's just grab this guy and grab a stamping block. And again, just kind of eyeballing that. Oh, actually, let's see where this might be. So if we have our books. So cute. Look how cute that is. Oh my gosh. And then the candle. I love this candle design. It's so adorable. They have it like this somehow. There we go. So those two drips are kind of hanging off. I'll get a little bit closer again, I guess. And then you have the word spellbound, right? So, yeah, it can be kind of in the center there. And so this magic and mischief. Oh wait, I was mixing up those words. I have this little frame from another project I did left over, and I was like, oh, that'd be really cute because actually that could go around there, and then obviously this would have to be somewhere inside. Cute, but I'm not going to use that. And all right, so I think I'm just going to glue these guys together. So let's see. And you can definitely, you know, pop some dimensionals on that. I think this needs to go like right around here. Trying to see what's going on. Oopsie. Okay, just want to see where that would be. Right, glue this guy down. I have ink on my fingers. I guess it wouldn't matter because, you know, it doesn't matter. But yeah, I do have some ink on my fingers. I'm giving that a little space in between those two just to get some height. Remember this guy. Cute. Make sure these guys are supported for sure. And, oh, how did I get glue? Oh, there we go. Off the edge there, and then kind of off this binding edge. Oh, and then maybe straight would be nice. That would be good. Hold on. They still look crooked to me for some reason. Maybe a little more back this way. Maybe it's the wick. Something about them looks crooked, but there we go. That's better. That's better. They have it barely hanging off the edge over here, so that's the other. Okay. Cute. And then, yeah, maybe I put some low profile dimension on these guys. Okay, and these are super low profile. I mean, you can barely even see that they're on there, but they have some profile to them. And spellbound. Cute. And pop down there. I love the design of this. It's very classic, creepy, spooky still. Very cool. And let's go ahead and add some of our sequins. I feel like since we did black and orange, I know I brought out purple like here, but there's still a lot that we can do here. Maybe there. And I'm gonna use the smaller guys. I usually use a combination of the larger and the small, but I'm just gonna go with the smaller ones. I was thinking about sticking to the black and the orange, but purple's so pretty. Okay, I need more because I only have a few. Okay. Like this little black one. So I'm going for the smaller sizes, guys. Oh yeah, I do have a small black one right here. Perfect. And then I was thinking about just doing orange, but let's do purple and orange too, still. So there's a purple one. And all the small guys. Oh, that one's backwards. Actually, that's interesting. I usually use it with the cup facing up, but that doesn't look bad. But now that I've got glue on it, I can't really pop that on there. Well, if I wipe it off, it's not going to be as shiny. Okay, just get another one. I'll deal with that later. Is this one face down too? What is going on? They look like they're face up to me. But that looks actually kind of nice too. Okay, so there's that. And then orange here and a purple small guy. That was a purple, orange, and black one all stuck together. Like right in here. Just get a little closer. All right. And that is our card for today. Super cute. I like the way it's kind of just floating in there, a little creepy. Looks cool. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. That was day 7. And so I will meet you guys tomorrow for day 8. Again, I'll have whatever permanent items that are still available there linked in the description box. And then also the link to the video where I did the background. And after tomorrow, we'll make a new background. So I will see you all at the next one. Bye now.